Hello and welcome to the transcription explanation of this design. It was done using Loren Sherman's script, which, unlike the regular ABC alphabet, there's more than one way to write the same letter. And that's because this script uses a combination of different letter stems, which are these thick black lines here, and modifiers, which are dots and lines. So the number of lines or dots attached to one of these stems determines what each letter is. And those dots, they can be inside, outside, kind of wherever, and they still count. The lines, they can curve, they can be straight, and they still count so long as they end on that letter stem. And then vowels are tricky. They are smaller circles if we look at the bottom here. And they have different positions depending upon what vowel they are and if they're attached on one of the four consonant stems. It makes the most sense in practice, so let's go ahead and get to it. You read the script like a time traveler, starting at the bottom of the clock and then going back in time. So this is our sentence circle going around our design. And our first word is here, second word, and then third word. So bottom counterclockwise. And then you also read the letters on the word bottom counterclockwise. So here is our first word, and this is our first letter. It's a circle outside the word circle. It's a little big to be a vowel, but A's are kind of special because they're the only letter, vowels, or consonants that can be outside the word circle. So you can make A's a little bit bigger, which I did here to kind of help with the balance. So this is an A. Then we continue around our word circle, and here's our next letter. It's a circle inside the word circle, so we're in this second row, and it's got 3 dots, so that is an L. So AL, then we have a shallow divot stem, so we're in this third row. And lines that pass through stems don't count, but lines that end on stems do count. So these 2 thin lines end on our stem. So that means it's a 2-line shallow divot letter. And that letter is a W. And then we have an A outside the word circle. And this A is kind of tricky because it looks like it could be part of this circle or part of this circle. So you have to rely a little bit on context for that. So if we read this like A-L-W-A, and then our next word is Y-S, this is the word always. So we're going to assume the A goes here. That means it can't belong with this word. So A-L-W-A, then we have a circle on the line of the word circle with 2 dots, Y, and then a shallow divot with 1, 2, 3 lines. That's an S. So always is our first word, and that includes this A. So always. Then our next word is here. Bottom of it's here. This is a circle inside the word circle with 2 dots. So that would be a K. And then we have a double letter. 2 lines of the same thickness means it's the same letter twice. And that's a small circle, so that's a vowel. So that would be a double E, because E's on the line of the word circle. So K, double E. And then we have a circle inside the word circle again, just like our first stem, except it has 2 lines. So that makes it a P. So keep. And even though, keep is spelled with an actual K. Sorry, I get confused sometimes with writing words in circles because you don't actually use the letter C. You'd swap it to an S or a K depending on what sound it makes. So keep, even if it were spelled with a C, it would be spelled K-E-E-P. But it's actually spelled with a K because I know spell. So keep. And then our last word, bottom of it's here. We have a deep divot stem. So in this first row, and there are 1, 2, 3 lines ending on it, so that's an F. Then I have a little vowel with a line going towards the middle. That makes it an I, because I is like E, but with a line going inwards. So that would be an I. Now we have our next letter, so F-I. And here's another double line, except they're different thicknesses. So that means they're different letters. So there's a letter on the inside and a letter on the outside. You read them from the thin line to the thick line. So let's read this thin one first. It has 1 line ending on it, making it a G. And then the thick one has 2 lines ending on it. So it's important that this little gap is here, because that makes the 1 line end there, and then the 2 lines end there. So that's a GH. So a G and an H. And then we have a T, shallow divot, no modifiers. I, just like this I line going towards the middle. And then our last letter is this one here. It's on the line of the word circle, and we have to be pretty careful with how we read these lines that end on it, because this thick circle here ends on it, and that means it counts. So 1, 2 lines, and then 3 lines. The thin one and then the 2 thick ones. making that last letter an NG letter. So fighting. F-I-G-H-T-I-N-G. So this design says always keep fighting. I hope you like it. Bye.